This weekend, I had a dear friend come and visit me, and we were talking about my upcoming Wise, Wild, and Wealthy program. And she was like, why? Like, why does this matter to you? Why is this topic important? Why are you passionate about this? And I feel like there's so many layers to it. There's layers of my personal past, of growing up with a unconscious and subconscious programming in some ways around deep scarcity, deep not enoughness. Now, that wasn't my only program. Luckily, I had others around abundance and generosity as well. But it's interesting that the negative programs seem to be the ones that stick. So that affected my entire life, starting from age 10. My parents split up, and I got the messaging that we had no money. So little old 10-year-old me walked downtown and went into the unemployment office and got myself a job. I was picking stones in farmers' fields after school with a friend of mine. I was picking strawberries, doing these tasks to make money so that I wouldn't be a burden. And there was also gifts in that. Like my entrepreneurial spirit really began to express in that way, like I can figure it out. And there's light and shadow in all things. And the shadow side of that is that hyper independence, is feeling like I have to do it all alone, which to this day are rooted, those thoughts, those beliefs, those identities are rooted, in fact, in scarcity. So my entire passion for this program is because I have obviously witnessed and known myself my whole life and seen what deep patterns and conditioning around lack, scarcity, and separation do to an individual. I've seen it through part of my family lineage, and it's devastating, from behaviors of hoarding to deep fear about future, all sorts of things that are very painful and are indicative of deep suffering. And my purpose on the planet is to live in freedom and to share with others tools and experiences and sacred containers to also support you if you are interested in living in a place of freedom. Now, I get it that right now on the planet, there's a lot going on. There's a lot happening. And here's what I'm going to say. It might not be a popular opinion, because generally speaking, people really like to complain, like to deepen their commitment to victimization. This is all unconscious. I'm not saying people want to be victims, no, but the feeling state of victimization is something that most humans can relate to on some level and are literally addicted to chemically. So when we're pumped fear through a fire hose of media, of news, of all sorts of things, and when our nervous system is wired for that fear, and it wears on us and it wears us down, and then we believe, well, that's reality, that's life, look what's going on, then we have all the evidence and we can prove it, and this is happening and that's happening and this and blah, blah, blah. And then, you know what happens? Dis-ease. Physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual dis-ease happens when we exist on a diet of fear and scarcity. So Wise, Wild, and Wealthy is actually, now is the perfect time. And I know you might be thinking, but I can't invest anything at this time because I don't know what the economic situation is going to be like, or things are crazy in the world. I can tell you from having some of my own personal crazy life experiences, I call them initiations, there is no other time than now to do this. If you are living in a place of fear, of scarcity, of like, oh, well, I don't know what the future brings, you need this program. This entire program is revolving around developing deep resiliency and essentially shifting your relationship to wealth, to abundance, so that you no longer have to live in a place of tension, anxiety, overwhelm, and fear, and that you don't give your power out to anyone and everything outside of you, whether that be the economic temperature in the world, the political situation in the world. The world will constantly be in flux. And there will always be something to be afraid about. And that's why now, more than ever, we need the conscious ones. We need you. The world will be literally a more bright, awakened, peaceful, loving place when you, when I, when we all take the responsibility and heal those parts inside of us that are still projecting the power out and blaming situations, people, experiences of the world, of things for our feeling of victimization. And when it comes to money, I really believe that more money in the hands of conscious, good-hearted, loving people like you, like me, is going to be what changes the world. Not sitting back and letting sociopaths and psychopaths and narcissists run the world. Not mentioning any names, but like run the world. And we sit back and feel like, well, I guess that's just the way it is. And there's nothing I can do. Yes, there is. What you can do is alchemize your inner relationship to life, strengthen your relationship to source, creator, God, whatever name you have for the energy of all that is, for the energy that created you, that has created all of existence. And this is the time. So if this ignites something in your heart, this is my deep invitation to you. Join us for Wise, Wild, and Wealthy. It's happening soon. You will be supported. You will be transformed. All that is required is that you have a willingness to feel better, to feel freer, to want to be a positive impact on this planet, in your own world, community, family, so that you don't carry the past suffering of your ancestral lineage and your current suffering of what you're making meaning up about the world, about your financial situation, about the future. That this is your life, and there's no better time than right now to bring a much deeper healing and a deeper conversation about what true abundance is and how you can be the embodiment of that. So if this interests you, please reach out. We're starting soon. I would love to have you inside of the sacred container. We're running for 6 weeks. You will get direct one-on-one support from me inside of this container, and you will literally rework your relationship to abundance, to money, and to wealth. So much love, and let me know if you have any questions. I'll see you in the inside. Okay, ciao.